I find it to be amazingly funny when poop shoots violently out of my butt, splattering and stinking all over the wall. It takes my mother usually 3 to 4 hours to clean it up. The stain never comes out. My family is so very used to it, they just go in the other room when I start pooping. At first it seemed it was a curse. When I was young, I would be sitting in the classroom, and someone would yell, "Look at Susan, she's starting to rumble." In a matter of time all of the desks all around me would be upturned, and the class would be swimming in feces. I remember once when I was distracted in class. I was daydreaming, and before I knew what was happening, I had blasted so much feces onto our teacher that he was completely plastered to the wall, and actually drowning, because of the sheer volume of poop that was violently shooting out of my butt. The children were screaming. The teaching assistant was crying in the corner. The class canaries were smothered from the fumes. After that, they had to get a new teacher. They would not let me come back. I was very sad. From that point on, my hate grew rapidly for those who did not understand my pooping circumstances. All would pay. Yes, they would pay dearly. Although I was a young girl of 14, the military sought me out for my condition. They thought that they could channel my passionate pooping abilities for the assassination of Middle Eastern leaders. My first assignment was to appear as an innocent young sacrifice to Saddam Hussein. I heard he had a harem of such a sort, but he most certainly would not expect an explosive poop cannon for a harem girl. On my first day, Saddam approached me with the intent of simply lifting my veil. I was so nervous, and so anxious to prove myself, I immediately pooped a 6-foot-wide column of crap that knocked him flat on his ass. I panicked, and began to poop even more. His guards came in and tried to stop me, wondering what the problem was. At this point I realized I could not stop pooping. It was all or nothing. My entire goal was to drown Saddam in my poop. I would not leave until the job was done. My colon had entered emergency dump mode. Its only intent was survival. It was only a matter of time before the room was literally swimming in poop. Saddam was sobbing and choking on enormous globs of poop. The guards had all died, and the few women remaining were trying to gouge their eyes out. Certain Saddam would perish, I engaged my most intense poop sequence ever. I pooped like a space shuttle. I crapped all the way back to the Pentagon, like a brown cloud of justice. Splashing into the president's office, I decided my pooping days were over, and got a colon transplant. Although my life has been less interesting since then, my family loves me much more, and I have so many more friends. I just thank God that He chose me for such a rare task, and I now accept a more normal, more comfortable, less poop-soaked life. The end. Or is it?